It's the use working a 9-to-5 job, trying to build some sort of status for ourselves before our time is up. If when we get there, we feel the same as we did from the start, material wealth will never quench a thirsty heart. We spend so much time searching for the meaning of our existence that sometimes we forget to just exist through sheer persistence. Buddhist monks will spend years in deep meditation, and saints will contemplate God and all of his creations. Scientists will try to summarise with an equation. Consumerists will try to buy the ticket to salvation.
I've seen some people, whether it's from, you know, the small handful of reaction videos I've watched or whatever, and I get the meaning behind this. I'll say things like, you know, what he went through was awful, but, you know, all that made him who he is today, or all that made him the great artist he is today, or maybe we wouldn't have the music that he makes today if it weren't for that. And I don't blame those people. I understand it, because I understand that people, when faced with something so terrible, even if it's not happening to you, if it's happening to someone else, and seemingly just so unfair and random, humans need to, or oftentimes want to seek some kind of greater meaning in that. Like, this is awful, but this had to happen so this could happen. Because the idea of just terrible things happening, of Ren just getting sick because of some tick bite and all this thing, and people ignoring all this stuff, is awful. And so we need to find something greater than that. But listening to that poem, it's a slightly more naive version, I guess, because he is so young, of his principles, but they're all still there. Things that we champion him for having value in now. Would they be the same without the sickness? Who knows? I personally don't care. But I do feel like it's worth bringing up that, like, what he went through didn't make him who he is. It tested who he was and made those feelings, because he was strong enough to push through, and because he was strong enough to survive those things while holding on to who he is, while not becoming bitter and angry, as I'm sure I probably would have. It just solidified who he was. It didn't make him who he is. It solidified who he is. And so I don't know. I just feel like that's worth pointing out.